I'm Sophie. I'm really looking forward to you joining us on the Employability webinar series starting very soon. For some of the webinars, we will send out some pre-webinar tasks. These aren't essential for you to complete, so they won't be a barrier to you joining in. However, if you do complete them, you'll get more from the series. So, to get the most from this first webinar, I'm sending you a short task to complete in advance. As I said before, you don't have to complete this task, but it will come in useful and you will be able to apply the outputs to your job search. So, this task focuses on helping you to understand your strengths, which is the theme for this week's workshop. Some sectors may value certain skills above others. Broadly speaking though, most employers are looking for similar skills from their graduate recruits. Bear in mind that they may not be looking for a huge number of technical skills at this point because these can be taught at a later stage. During the recruitment process, they're looking for you to be motivated and enthusiastic about the opportunity and are more likely to be assessing you on your soft skills. Take a look at this chart from the ISE Student Development Survey 2019, which highlights the skills employers find graduates to be lacking. The ISE stands for the Institute of Student Employers and is the body which universities and employers sign up to and get lots of great information to share with each other. You can see from this chart that the concern about resilience was commonly cited in terms of graduates. Interestingly, school leavers are considered to be more resilient than graduates. Not sure why this is, but an interesting point to note. You can use this chart to get an understanding of the skills that employers are looking for. Consider which of these are your strengths and which are your development areas. Can you think of examples from university life or work experience which best illustrate a particular strength? As a guide, examples from work experience tend to be stronger than university ones, and that's purely because they allow you to demonstrate a strength in a work setting, but also they tend to be unique. So let's look at the task. This task is looking at identifying your strengths and weaknesses. It's very easy to do and it shouldn't take too long. So, write down your strengths, write down your weaknesses, then ask a friend or family member to write down what they think your strengths and weaknesses are. Compare the lists, discussing any points of interest with your friend or family member. Identify your top 3 strengths and come up with examples of where you've demonstrated these. Identify your top 3 weaknesses and come up with ideas on how you could develop these. I'm sure you'll find this task useful, especially if you complete the point where you ask a family member or friend to come up with your strengths too. It's so useful to get a different perspective and hopefully a confidence boost too if you discover a strength that you didn't really know you had. If you haven't had time to complete the task before the webinar, as I said before, it's not essential and not a barrier for you to jump onto the webinar. You can always complete this task at a later date as it will still be useful. Looking forward to seeing you on the webinar.